Okay, I've had a lot of requests from some people about what my setup here is for doing the Solarez finish. Right now I have a shaft spinning very slowly. It actually spins at 1 RPM. 1.5 RPM, set by my speed controller here. I also have it somewhat warmed up. I usually run it about in low 80s with using light bulbs and a thermostat to heat it up. That helps to do the flow out a little better. After I've applied the finish, I give it about 10 minutes to slowly rotate like this. If it's a butt, I'll usually do about 15, maybe 20 minutes. That gives time for the surfactant to come up and for the finish to flow out. Now, what I also have is a Delrin fitting to, I'm trying to hold up the phone so you can see. I have a Delrin fitting so that the finish doesn't get on the facing. I crack it, open up this door here, and slide the trolley in where the lights are. And I run it for 20 seconds inside there. While it's in there, it's slowly rotating. I have 4 bulbs, so complete coverage is accomplished by doing that. I have a long cable for the motor, so that keeps it slowly turning. Okay, and there goes the timer. Okay, and then I close it back up. Running it for 20 seconds like this allows it to tack up a little bit but not get hard. And this way here, the next coat will go right on. It'll bond to it really well. If it cures too much, you have to sand it and clean it off with acetone again before you can put another coat on. This is the tunnel side, if you will. Give a quick look. The complete inside is covered with tin foil so that all the light that doesn't hit the UV, that doesn't hit the Q right away, will get bounced around and eventually hits the Q. No UV is wasted. You should have these running approximately 10 to 15 minutes before you actually use them, before you actually put anything in for curing. That allows the bulbs to warm up, which then provides the best UV rays that it can give out. Another thing I've got here is I have a timer, an hour timer, because the lights are only good for so many hours to put out their best UV light, and after that they start to taper off. I also have a fan. Helps to keep the temperature down a little bit and keep the stink out. It takes it, sucks it right through, goes up and out. The microwave is what I use to heat up the sealer and the finish. I put the finish in little baby food jars with taper on it so no light can get to it easily. I put the jars in, depending on how much is actually in the jar at the time, I put it in for approximately 15 seconds. Then I stir it and it's ready to go. I use foam brushes to apply it. It does start to deteriorate them pretty quick, so usually 2 or 3 coats with it and I chuck them. Well, I hope that answers some people's questions. It's the best I could come up with for a homemade system.